Rejai. It's day 15 of my fast, which is actually 2 weeks. 2 weeks midnight last night. I've lost a total of, let me just check my notes. I started, for the English people, 20 stone 10, and now I'm 18 stone 2. So in pounds, 20 stone 10 is 280, 290 pounds. So I started at 290 pounds, and now I've lost 2 stone 8 pounds is how much I've lost in 2 weeks, and that is 36 pounds. 36 pounds in 2 weeks. Pretty dramatic. In fact, very dramatic. I mean, it's the kind of weight loss people dream about. But I say screw the weight loss. I mean, come on. If I'd done any diet, I would have lost weight. I'm at the risk of offending every single person I know and love, and people I haven't even met. I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say, get real. Every diet works. Have you ever heard the expression, diets don't work? What? That's like saying a doorway doesn't work. If you don't go through the doorway and you crash into the frame, or you go out the window and you just don't use the doorway, then of course doorways don't work. But diets don't work. I've been in between severely obese and morbidly obese for 25 years. And every diet I've ever done has worked. It's only when you stop the diet or break the rules in the diet. If you don't do the diet, it doesn't work. How? I mean, who was the idiot? Who was the idiot who came up with the phrase, diets don't work? What a dick! Actually, what they're trying to say is this. Diets don't work because it requires you to change your behavior pattern. And sustaining behavior change is difficult. Therefore, sustaining a diet is difficult. And therefore, diets don't work. You need to change your life. Of course, that's exactly why I'm doing this fast. If I just did an ordinary diet and I lost this amount of weight in 2 weeks, nobody would care. But I'm doing this because it's 10 times more dramatic. But it's not about the weight loss. I mean, after I finish this fast, I'm going to do, this is the diet I'm choosing for myself. Now, will I be able to stick to it? I don't know. But if I do stick to it, I guarantee you I'll lose weight. Here's the diet that I'm choosing afterwards. Raw till 4. I'm only going to have raw food up till 4 o'clock. And then following that, vegan. Because I've been researching this for 25 years. And the best diet for human beings to be on, as far as I can tell from all the research on the internet, experiments I've done with myself, and talking to people who are actually living the lifestyle and doing the thing rather than getting opinions from people down the pub, says a vegan lifestyle is the best. Raw till 4. And it's not just best for the individual, it's best for the planet, and it's best for human resources, it's best for humanity if doing vegan. So anyway, I mean, I don't offend people, but I know people will get offended because they don't like their ideas challenged, whether the ideas are good or bad. Well, if your idea is bad, get ready for them to be challenged. They're bad ideas. So anyway, the reason I'm doing this fast, and actually I hope you can see that my energy levels are not deplenished. In fact, well, they're not reduced. I'm living through what should be the bleakest period of my life. I have a dream of passion. It's called the Seven Seas Foundation, and it's been my dream for the last 6 years. I've devoted my life over the last 6 years to building this dream and building this cause. And a couple of angry men, or a small group of angry men, are trying to take it away from me. And they've got the power, they've got the money, and I've got nothing. I have no power, no money. And I'm fighting to save my dream. All I have is people and passion. And so if you get a chance to sign my petition, please do. At some point I'll put a link on here and you can do it. But just have a look. Seven Seas Foundation is the organization that they're trying to wrench away from me to punish me because they're angry with me. And the petition is on Facebook. Anyone who knows me on Facebook, please go to that. But it should be the bleakest time of my life, but it's not. My passion is undiminished. my conviction is undiminished. And it's the same with this fast. I've chosen to do 40 days and 40 nights, and I did 2 or 3 false starts, one of which I videoed and put online. I put it down as day 1, but it was actually a couple of weeks before this one. Each time I started a day 1, it failed. Now, it didn't fail because fasting doesn't work. It's very simple. This whole experiment is about the mind. It's about your mind. If you're suffering, is that the right word, with temptation, if temptation is thrown in your way repeatedly, and you succumb to temptation, then you're going to live a life where you are the result of giving up into that temptation. If you don't give in to the temptation and you do something different, then your life is going to be the life of a person who didn't give in to that temptation. It's really simple. The hard bit is, how do you change from being somebody who succumbs to temptation to somebody who resists it and does it easily? So here's what this fast is about. It's about effortless willpower and self-control. You're looking at a man who's not suffering. I'm 14 days into a fast. Now, most of you can't imagine what it's like to go past lunchtime without having something to eat. You know, when I watch people's behavior, it's like people say, I'm starving. It's lunchtime. Listen, I've been going for 14 days and I'm not starving, believe me. I'm not even close. I'm not even hungry. So what I want to do is, I want to pass this on. I know people are going to be dubious. Oh, actually, because I know from some of the snide questions that are asked of me on Facebook, and you know who you are. You disbelievers, you. No. You know who you are. You're the people who think that all this is a clever trick for my ego because I want to be popular, or I want to be important, or something. Well, it's just you reflecting your views onto me. Now, for those people, what I've done is I've weighed myself every single day. And every single day I take a picture. Now, the scales I'm using are not just your standard scales, because, the dubious people will say, look, you can fix scales, you can turn them, adjust the dials, you can put extra weights on, or you can lift yourself up, make yourself lighter, this sort of stuff. Well, the video evidence should show clearly that I'm losing weight. And currently, the last 3 days, I've been losing about 2 pounds a day, and I expect it'll probably continue 2 or 1 pound a day for the next couple of 3 weeks or whatever it is I've got remaining on the fast. And I can expect to lose that. By the time I finish the fast and I start my Raw Till 4 vegan diet, I'm going to be much closer to my ideal weight, and it's going to be wonderful, and I'll have done it in a really short period of time. And here's the bit that's most important, the bit that'll help you. It's painless. Anyway, back to my weighing scales. Just so you know, no script. I never use a script. I speak straight from my heart. I make a lot of mistakes. I'm very passionate. People get upset. This is the way it goes. You know, it's not my intention to upset anybody, but I understand that if your ideas are threatened by, a fat guy like me, that you're going to feel threatened. So here we go. On my scales, it shows my body mass index. It shows water in my body. It shows fat in my body. It shows bone in my body. It shows muscle in my body. And each one of these things are recorded. So I've taken a photo. And all these are available to anyone who wants to see them. So even though you might be able to fudge the weight somehow, you can't do things like your body mass and things like that. So what I'll do is, if I remember, if I'm not too busy trying to save my dream company, I'll try and stick some of the photos, or day 1 and day 14 or 15 on here. Photos, if I can put them on, or I can put a link to some photos somewhere that show how my body mass index has gone down, and my muscle has gone up, and my fat has gone down, and my bone, unfortunately, and I don't really like this very much, so I'm going to keep an eye on it, my bone density seems to be going down as well, which I'm not too happy about, but I'm also not too concerned about, because it just might be the way the machine measures bone. so I need to look down a bit further, but I don't want my bones to reduce in any way. I'd like them to stay strong and robust. Anyway, I've got to go. The blog's already too long. I could fit into my old Regiant t-shirts. I couldn't fit into my t-shirts for quite a while. I had a whole bunch made, and I was too fat to wear them, but I kept them all. And here they are. I'm able to wear some of my favourite t-shirts again. So those of you who don't know what Regiant is, here's one explanation. There is another explanation, and I'll probably put that on the internet because it's about time people knew. It's a meme, and it's about you, and it's about how to make your life wonderful and well. So this is Aldi, the fat man. I like to use the term Mr. Fateh. So here's Mr. Fateh signing off. 2 weeks, 30-something pounds lost, and Mr. Fateh signing off. Regiant, Regiant, Regiant.